On my agenda, just to run through it quickly, I will speak about who we are as an organization, and then I will speak about what we do, and then I will zoom into our business line, my team here with my colleagues, and then we'll speak just a quick overview about our capabilities. So who we are, Intertek is an ATIC solution provider. We do assurance, testing, inspection, and certification. We have over 44,000 employees around the globe in over 1,000 locations, the majority of which are labs. We are in over 100 countries. We have 3,000 plus auditors who deliver over 150,000 audits every year. So the company's heritage goes all the way back to 1885. Intertek has been a major key player in assurance and testing certifications since Calibrate days. So if you're not familiar with Calibrate, he's the guy who started third-party inspection. They used to inspect the ships carrying grains going to Europe and coming back and so on. I'm sure everybody knows who Thomas Edison is. He's also one of our founders, the guy who invented the light bulb. So through acquisition, we acquired ETL, the Electrical Testing Laboratories, which was Thomas Edison's organization. So through a lot of acquisitions, we are who we are today, Intertek. So we do assurance, testing, inspection, and certification. What does that mean? So assurance revolves around helping organizations finding and assessing the risk in their operations and building plans to help them mitigate those risks. So obviously each business, whether they are a manufacturer, whether they are a developer, whether they are some type of subcontractor, they have different operations and different risks in their operation. So we help them fight those risks and building plans to mitigate those risks so they can become sustainable and continue with their business. Testing, we are basically one of the biggest testing labs around the world with over 1,000 labs that specialize in testing things like building products, textiles, chemicals, petrochemicals, food, makeup, and the list can go on. So I mean, you get the point. We have a lot of labs. We can test pretty much everything. Inspection, we have a lot of teams that specialize in inspection, from third-party inspection to inspection related to certification services. We have teams that specialize in niche services for inspections. For example, you have a project and you have a set of specifications and you want somebody to come inspect that the materials in your project are adherent to those specifications. So we can send an expert who can perform those inspections and provide you with a report so you can be sure that it's according to your own specifications. Certification is one of our biggest businesses. We can certify products, we certify individuals, quality management systems, like the ISO certifications, 9001, 14001, 45001, and the list goes on. So now I will talk about building and construction, building a business line, which is basically the business line that I represent with my colleagues here today. We also have a table there if you want to come speak with us after. We specialize in testing and certification of building products. So our team has a global footprint. We have locations around the world. We have a team based here in Dubai, UAE, engineers, inspectors, auditors. Myself, I'm the sales manager. We have our regional operations managers here as well. We have a team in Saudi. We have an inspector. We have my colleague, Muayyad. He's our sales executive here. And we also have teams in Canada, the US. We have a big lab in China as well. We have a certification team in the UK. And we also have colleagues in Spain. So we have auditors, sales manager, and so on. So what do we do in building and construction, B&C? So part of our largest scope is certification services. So we help manufacturers get market access for their products. What does that mean? So you can come to us and say, I have this product. I'm trying to sell it in Saudi Arabia, for example. What do I need to do so I can become compliant with the regulations, so I can get approval to sell the product? So we assign one of our engineers. We check the local regulations, the building codes, fire codes, and then we build a plan around that product that shows that customer how they can get their product to the market. And then we help them execute the plan. So we would do the inspection, we do the testing, and then we issue the listing documents and we certify them. And then it goes on our directory online. So the authorities can go and check on our directory to make sure that this product is actually compliant and it's actually certified. We are approved by all the authorities in the region and around the world. So like, for example, for fire-rated product, civil defense is the authority having jurisdiction. So we are approved by Saudi Civil Defense, Dubai, UAE Civil Defense, Kuwait, Qatar, Oman, and the list goes on, and of course around the globe. A complete product manufacturing solution. What does that mean? That's pretty much tied to the previous slide as well. So you can come to us at the beginning stages of developing the product. So you would say, I have this product and I want to make sure that it works. So we help with the R&D, the research and development testing. We help with product certification. We help with code compliance research report. Sometimes you need more than just product testing and a listing. You need to be compliant with the report because it's a complex system. So we check the code, the building code that's applicable in that jurisdiction, and we build a plan that complies with the code, whether it's fire, whether it's load bearing, whether it's structural, and so on. We do a lot of product evaluations for specific projects, for specific needs as well. And of course, project-specific engineering judgments. So sometimes you certify your product, but they make some changes on the project, and you need to make changes to that product to be compliant with the project. So we send the team, and then they would inspect the site, and they see if you can make those changes without affecting the performance of the product. If it's all good, then we can issue what we call an engineering judgment. If it doesn't work, unfortunately, you will have to test, and then we have to update your certification. These are some of our certification marks. A lot of people would be familiar with these two. Warnick Hersey is the mark you see on most labels for fire-rated doors. ETL is the mark you see on all other certified building products issued by our team. It is also the same mark we use for certification of electrical products. So anybody who certifies cables, emergency lights, things of the likes, they would also see ETL on certified products by Intertek. These are some of the other marks used by other business lines for quality management systems, for sustainability certifications. ASTA is also electrical. Our biggest scope in the Middle East is fire. So we do a lot of testing and certification for passive systems. So like walls, doors, partitions, facade systems, and so on. These are some of the standards that are very common in the region. Resistance to fire standards like ASTM E119, EN 1364-1, for doors UL 10C and EN 1634-1. Basically, we have the capabilities and the accreditations to test and certify to British standards, BS, European standards, EN, American standards, ASTM, NFPA, UL, and so on. So other than fire, we have a large scope for acoustic testing, so soundproof products, sound transmission, and so on. Ballistic or bulletproof, so we have labs that can test doors, windows, partitions for resistance to bullets. Blast-proof, so explosion-proof. We have simulators that can do a blast-proof testing inside a shock tube, and then we can also do blast arena testing. Basically, we can simulate a real explosion with explosive live in one of our arenas in Texas. Forced entry for security, like the one you see in the GIF right here. We also do thermal products like ASTM C518, C1363. Material testing, thermal, mechanical, and of course, sustainability. We do volatile organic compound testing, BIFMA for furniture products, and we have our own certification called Intertek Clean Air that we use for certification of sustainable products. On-site services, we have a big team in the US, and we also have a team in Qatar. They do facade and weathering testing. So we do windows, doors, storefronts, curtain walls, as you can see in the photos here as well. So we do all like hose pipe testing, air air tightness testing, air leakage. Some of these standards are the ones that are most common in the region as well. If you have any questions, you need help, we are over there next to that table. Also, these are our contact details. So I am based in Dubai, but I handle the Middle East and India. I come to Saudi all the time. Our regional operations manager, she's also there, but she's busy with somebody right now. She's based in Dubai. She comes here all the time. And then we have my colleague right there. His name is Muayyad, our technical sales executive. He's based in Al Khubar, Dammam, but he comes to Riyadh, goes to Jeddah all the time. So if you need any help, we're happy to help. You can take a photo of this and just give us a call. Thank you.